Hi, I'm Autumn. That's what my parents named me because I was born on the first day of fall with hair the color of maple leaves. What I don't love? Finding my husband of 8 years with another woman on the day I'd planned his surprise birthday party. James? I called out, walking through our front door 3 hours earlier than planned. The caterer had a family emergency, and I needed to sort it out before 30 guests arrived. You home? I heard hushed voices coming from upstairs, then quick shuffling. One sec, babe. James's voice sounded strained. Everything okay up there? Yeah, just, working on something. Who's with you? I asked, climbing the stairs. Nobody, he called back quickly. When I pushed open our bedroom door, James was standing awkwardly by the bed, buttoning his shirt. A woman with long blonde hair was emerging from our bathroom. Autumn, James said, his eyes wide. This isn't what it looks like, I finished. Because it looks like you've got another woman in our bedroom while I'm out planning your surprise birthday party? The blonde looked between us. Surprise party? You said your wife was on a business trip. Cassandra, maybe you should go, James muttered. Yes, Cassandra, maybe you should, I echoed, stepping aside. I'm sorry, Cassandra whispered as she slipped past me. I didn't know he was married. He told me you were separated. Were you going to tell me about the separation, James? I asked after she left. Or was I supposed to figure that out on my own? Autumn, it's not what you're thinking, he pleaded, reaching for my hand. I stepped back. Don't touch me. Don't you dare touch me right now. If you'd just listen. To what? More lies? My voice cracked as tears threatened to spill. How long has this been going on? It doesn't matter, he insisted. It was a mistake. A one-time thing. In our bed? That's not a one-time thing, James. That's deliberate. That's planned. My phone rang. It was Mia, my best friend since college. Hey, how's Operation Birthday Boy going? She asked cheerfully. It's not, I replied, my voice cracking. I just walked in on him with another woman. What? Are you serious? That absolute... Can I call you back? I interrupted, never taking my eyes off my husband. No way, I'm coming over. Don't let him talk you into anything. I'll be there in 15 minutes. I hung up and crossed my arms. Start talking. Autumn, please, James pleaded, running his hand through his hair. It was a mistake. A stupid, one-time thing. In our bed, James? While I'm planning your birthday? It wasn't planned. It just happened. Things don't just happen, James. You made choices. At what point were you going to tell me about the 30 people coming over tonight to surprise you? He paled. 30 people? Tonight? Yeah. I've been planning for weeks. Your mom's flying in. She lands in 2 hours. Oh, God, he whispered, sinking onto the edge of the bed. Don't sit there, I snapped. I need to burn those sheets. You're being dramatic, he scoffed. This isn't like you, Autumn. You wouldn't know what's like me anymore, would you? You've been too busy with Cassandra. It's not serious with her, he insisted. It's just physical. It doesn't mean anything. That's supposed to make me feel better? I laughed bitterly. That you threw away our marriage for something that doesn't mean anything? The doorbell rang, and I knew it was Mia. Autumn, please, James called after me. We can fix this. 8 years. You can't throw that away over one mistake. I paused at the door. You already did. I'll kill him, Mia declared, pacing my living room. No, better idea. I'll call everyone coming to the party and tell them it's now a divorce celebration. Mia, I sighed, watching James through the window as he loaded a duffel bag into his car. I can't process this right now. His mother will be here soon, and I have 30 people expecting a party. So cancel it, she said simply. And do what instead? Cry? Hide? I'd rather be busy. You don't have to be strong right now, Mia said, sitting beside me. You're allowed to fall apart. I'll fall apart tomorrow, I promised. Today, I need to function. What did he say when you caught them? She asked, her eyes narrowing. The usual garbage. It was a mistake. It didn't mean anything. We can work through this. And what do you want? I want him gone, I said firmly. I want him to feel even a fraction of the pain I'm feeling right now. James came back inside, hovering in the doorway. I've got my stuff. I'll stay at Derek's. Derek? I repeated, eyes narrowing. Does he know about Cassandra? James hesitated just long enough for me to know the answer. Unbelievable, I muttered. Who else knows? Nobody, he insisted too quickly. Mia scoffed. I'm calling Sarah, she said, pulling out her phone to call my sister. Why are you bringing more people into this? James demanded. This is between us, Autumn. No, you brought other people into our marriage the moment you started sleeping with Cassandra, I shot back. How many people at your office know? How many friends have you lied to? I'll fix this, Autumn, James promised. I'll do whatever it takes. There's nothing to fix, I replied coldly. Just go. After he left, Sarah arrived within the hour. Okay, I've called the caterer, she announced. They're still coming, but I've changed the theme from Happy Birthday to New Beginnings. I've also called Mom, and she's calling James's mother to intercept her at the airport. You told Mom? I groaned. Of course I told Mom, Sarah replied. What did you expect? That we'd all pretend nothing happened? Maybe we should, I suggested weakly. Just for tonight. Absolutely not, Mia interjected. That's exactly what he wants, for you to protect his reputation. My phone buzzed with a text from Derek. James told me what happened. He's really sorry, Autumn. He made a mistake. Everyone deserves a second chance. Unbelievable, I muttered, showing the text to Mia and Sarah. Calling Derek, Mia announced, grabbing my phone, but she already had him on speaker. Hey, Derek, it's Mia. I'm with Autumn. Want to explain why you're defending a cheater? Look, Derek's deep voice came through. I'm not defending what he did, but James is my friend and what about Autumn? Mia challenged. Wasn't she your friend too? Of course she is, he protested. But people make mistakes, that's all I'm saying. How long have you known? I asked quietly. The pause was damning. Not long, he finally answered. How long? Each word was its own sentence. A few months, he admitted. But I told him to end it. I told him he was being stupid. A few months, I echoed, feeling sick. So, not a one-time thing after all. Autumn, he loves you, Derek insisted. He's just been confused lately. Confused? Sarah interrupted. Is that what we're calling it now? You don't understand. No, you don't understand, I said. He didn't just cheat on me. He lied to my face, every single day for months. He brought another woman into our bed, and you helped him do it. After hanging up on Derek, we sat in silence until Sarah spoke again. What do you want to do, Autumn? Not about tonight. About everything. I thought for a moment. I want consequences, I finally said. Real ones. Not just me being hurt while he moves on with his life or convinces me to take him back. What kind of consequences? Mia asked, a slow smile spreading across her face. I don't know yet, I replied, but I'm going to find out. The doorbell rang at exactly 7 o'clock. Rather than cancel the party, we'd told everyone the truth and changed it to a support gathering. Not everyone came, but those who did brought wine, desserts, and righteous anger on my behalf. You're doing the right thing, my friend Elena assured me. When my sister caught her husband cheating, she took him back. He did it again 6 months later. They always do, another friend chimed in. Once a cheater, always a cheater. I just can't believe he brought her to your home, Elena added. That crosses a line. I was in the kitchen refilling my glass when James walked in, looking surprised at the crowd. What are you doing here? I asked coldly. I thought we could talk, he said, glancing nervously at the living room. I didn't realize you'd still have the party. It's not your party anymore, I informed him. These are my friends supporting me. Autumn, please. He stepped closer, lowering his voice. Can we go somewhere private? I need to explain. There's nothing to explain, I replied. You cheated. For months. Derek confirmed it. his face flushed with anger. Derek had no right to tell the truth? Unlike you? This isn't fair, he protested. You're turning everyone against me without even hearing my side. Your side? I laughed bitterly. What side? The side where you repeatedly lied to my face? Where you brought another woman into our bed? Where your friends covered for you? It wasn't like that, he insisted, his voice rising. Cassandra and we connected in a way that... Save it, I interrupted. I don't care about your connection. I care that you betrayed me. People were starting to notice our conversation, the party quieting as heads turned our way. You're making a scene, James hissed. Good, I replied. Maybe everyone should know exactly who you are. Autumn, he pleaded, grabbing my arm. Just listen to me for 5 minutes. Let go of me, I said firmly. He tightened his grip. Not until you agree to talk privately. She said let go, came Mia's voice as she appeared beside us. Stay out of this, James snapped at her. James, I warned, let go of my arm right now. Or what? He challenged, his eyes flashing. You'll keep humiliating me, turn all our friends against me. What I'm doing? I repeated incredulously. You're the one who cheated. And I'm trying to apologize if you would just listen. I don't want your apology, I stated clearly. I want you to leave. It's my house too, he argued, his grip tightening further. James, you're hurting me, I said, wincing. Sarah approached cautiously. James, you need to calm down and let go of her. This is between me and my wife, he snarled. Ex-wife, I corrected. Soon enough. That's when he snapped. He shoved me back against the counter, sending my wine glass crashing to the floor. You don't get to throw away 8 years just like that! Gasps echoed through the room as someone called out, Hey, don't touch her! Everything happened quickly after that. 2 of our friends pulled James away from me. He struggled against them, shouting about how I was ruining his life. I'm calling the police, Sarah announced, phone already in hand. Don't be dramatic, James scoffed, though he'd stopped struggling. Dramatic? I repeated. You just assaulted me in front of witnesses after I asked you repeatedly to let go of me. His face paled as the reality of what he'd done sank in. Autumn, I didn't mean... Save it for the police, I said, rubbing my arm where his fingers had left red marks. The restraining order is just a precaution, Officer Rodriguez explained 3 days later. Based on the witness statements and the photos of the bruising on your arm, the judge granted it immediately. Thank you, I said, accepting the paperwork. Will this affect the divorce proceedings? It certainly won't hurt your case, she replied with a sympathetic smile. After she left, Sarah helped me change the locks while Mia ordered lunch. His lawyer called again, Sarah mentioned. Apparently, James is very concerned about his reputation at work if this gets out. Funny how he wasn't concerned about that when he was cheating, Mia remarked. My phone buzzed with a text from a number I didn't recognize. Autumn, it's Cassandra. Can we talk? I had no idea James was married. I'm so sorry. It's her, I said, showing them the message. Are you going to respond? Sarah asked. Yes, I want to know everything. Meeting Cassandra for coffee the next day was surreal. She looked different in daylight, younger, more nervous. I thought he was separated, she explained, fidgeting with her cup. He said his wife was cold and distant, that you were just waiting for the right time to announce the split publicly. Classic, Mia muttered beside me. How long? I asked simply. Almost a year, Cassandra admitted. I have texts, emails. If they'd help you. I nodded. They would. He introduced me to everyone at work as his girlfriend, she continued, her voice breaking. Said you two had an understanding. I feel like such an idiot. You weren't the only one being deceived, I said quietly. What will you do now? She asked. Make sure he faces consequences, I replied. Real ones. A week later, James was waiting outside my office, looking haggard. Autumn, please. 5 minutes. You're violating the restraining order, I said immediately, pulling out my phone. Don't, he begged. I just need 5 minutes. I've lost everything. My home, my reputation at work. Derek won't even talk to me anymore. That's not my problem, I replied coolly. I love you, he insisted. I made a horrible mistake, but I love you. Love isn't supposed to leave bruises, James, I said, showing him my arm where faint marks remained, or lies, or other women in our bed. I'll go to counseling, he promised desperately. Anything you want. What I want is for you to respect the restraining order before I call Officer Rodriguez. His face hardened. So that's it? 8 years just over? It was over the moment you decided to betray me, I replied. Now I'm just making it official. 3 months later, I sat in my new apartment with Mia and Sarah, signing the final divorce papers. James had eventually agreed to my terms when his lawyer saw Cassandra's evidence and the witness statements about his behavior at the party. To new beginnings, Sarah toasted, raising her glass. And to consequences, Mia added with satisfaction. You know, I said, someone asked me yesterday if I would ever forgive him. What did you say? Sarah asked. I smiled, feeling lighter than I had in months. I said forgiveness is overrated. Sometimes justice is better. So, what's next for you? Mia asked. I looked around at my new place, at my sister and my best friend who had stood by me through everything, at the fresh start I'd created from the ashes of betrayal. Something better, I replied confidently. Definitely something better. Do you believe people deserve second chances after betrayal? Or do you think some lines can't be uncrossed? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories about resilience and justice.